It is 6:30 on August 22nd, 2025. We'll go ahead and call this special called meeting of the McGregor City Council to order. We're going to go ahead and take our agenda out of order this evening. We're going to go ahead and skip to item number 3, which is discussion and possible action regarding approval of ordinance O-11-2025, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of McGregor, Texas, amending Chapter 4 Alcoholic Beverages, Article 3, Prohibited Acts, Section 4-2055, Consumption on Streets or Sidewalks Restricted.
Hello, Mayor, members of council. The ordinance before you today is in regard to having events at Legacy Park, in addition to expanding our borders for Founders Day. Previously, the borders didn't include the full Exchange Event Center and the surroundings, so we wanted to make sure that we amended that properly. And then as far as our events at Legacy Park, we were confronted by some individuals about wanting to have an event there and as an extension of their business and or our First Fridays. I believe they're here today if they want to share some information. And we think that's probably a really good idea and it's a good space for what they're wanting to do and be a good community. So we are asking for some additional considerations.
All right, does council have any questions for Cassie on this?
Can you tell me exactly what we're looking at?
For Founders Day or for the Legacy Park?
Both.
For Legacy Park, it's the bounds of the parks where the grass meets the concrete and then there's wood fencing on the other two sides. So that's the park itself. When we're talking about Founders Day, it's the existing area, which is, I think, 2nd to 6th Street between Madison and technically it's Railroad Drive, but Railroad Drive doesn't exist at the back of the Exchange any longer. So it would be what would be Railroad Drive at the back of the Exchange.
And this one?
2nd to 6th Street.
Say that it goes to the railroad right away.
Yeah, the railroad right-of-way would be the appropriate term. So 2nd to 6th Street was where, so they used to host the car show and or the chili cook-off when they did it years ago at Niemeyer's. So it started at 2nd and would run all the way down to 6th Street where they would run the carnival and everything. So essentially we took those same bounds and we mirrored them on the opposite side of town to include the Exchange. Correct.
All right, any further questions?
Can you kind of walk me through what that the event authorization form looks like? What are some of the requirements that they have to meet?
Sure. So in regards to the event authorization form or the approval form, that is going to be what type of event you're having, whether or not you're open to the public, will you have alcohol, security, barriers, those kinds of things that are required for a lot of those. Most of the companies are completely aware of it because they're TABC requirements, so it's not uncommon. We know kind of what that requires, they know what that requires, and there's a happy medium between what we can help with and what they are going to choose to take care of on their own. But essentially, it's another, Brain will get there in a minute, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I do, Dee, please, Eddie.
When a, like McGregor events, for example, when they do an outside event and we are anticipating selling alcohol, and we are the ones that are providing alcohol, there are certain criteria that they require us. We serve alcohol, we're required to have security, we're required to do traffic receptacles, we're required to monitor everybody. It would be just like you going into a bar. It has to be regulated. If we do an event and ask for a section of the town and we're not serving alcohol in there, it's kind of like movies in the park. If someone came down to Amsterdam Park to watch the movie and they pulled out an ice cooler, there's nothing I can say to them. But if they bring the cooler to our event, we can tell them no outside alcohol is allowed. We are governed by TABC because it is an outside event.
So the approval would give us all of the requirements we know we need in order to make those appropriate requests so that we know for officers or security or trash cans and all of that. It also allows us to monitor how long the event would be, make sure our neighbors don't get upset if there's, loud music playing in the midnight, those kinds of things. It gives us some limitations on what we can allow.
Perfect. And who approves that?
That would come to City Hall. So at City Hall, it would get approved. As of right now, Charlie Olson said it could be a department and/or Kevin would be able to approve that. That way, we wouldn't have to bring every instance back to the council.
Perfect.
I think his line item had the department head, the chief of police, the volunteer fire department, and city manager, as far as being able to approve.
Thank you, Mr. Hammond.
All right. Any other questions for Cassie? At this time, I will entertain a motion by ordinance number.
I make a motion we approve ordinance 0-11/2025.
Seconded.
There's a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay. That motion carries. Thank you, Cassie. We'll go ahead and move back up to number 2 now. Discussion and possible action regarding approval of Oktoberfest celebration in Legacy Park on Friday, October 3rd, 2025, as requested by McGregor Events, First Friday, downtown McGregor. When you get up to the mic, please identify yourself.
Everybody in the room knows who I am.
That's for the record.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, City Council, City Staff, City Department Heads. My name is Eddie Hale. I am the president of McGregor Events. We're a nonprofit organization that's trying to promote downtown lifestyle back in McGregor. For y'all that didn't grow up here, McGregor downtown used to be a hopping little place. We don't want to get back to where it was in the 50s, but we do want to get it back into the 80s. As far as Legacy Park, what we're asking the city for is the assistance in setting up the barricades for us. We understand that the staff leaves typically on Fridays before we get ready to start. We'll put the barricades up, we'll take the barricades down, we'll coordinate with Chad where to set them off the side of the road. We had asked the city city to provide us 4 rolling dumpsters. We will have additional trash cans in there. And we are asking for, from the alleyway on 4th Street, right by MacTown, if you know where MacTown is, to close off that road and go over to the EMS building, just to the edge of the grass there, close that off, as well as the intersection at 4th and Madison. We plan on having a bounce house put out there. Music will go from 6 to 9. The event will go from 5 to 10. We're giving them that extra hour because if you've ever been to one, it ends at 9 o'clock and no one leaves at 9 o'clock. So we're asking for that additional hour so our staff and our security staff can politely ask people to leave. So, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna have music from 6 to 9. We'd love to see any of y'all come out there. It's a free event. Franklin Breweries will be in the park with 5 October beers set up. We will restrict no outside coolers, no outside drinks. We have thought it through. We are going to provide water for people that are out there free of charge. McGregor Events is going to pay for it. We're going to ice it down in a horse trough and give it away. We have 2 outside vendors that are coming. One is they call it a dirty soda company out of Waco. They just offer alternative. And then we have one person that's coming to set up, hopefully, the Dr. Pepper traveling trailer to serve Cokes and stuff to people that don't want to consume alcohol and don't want to drink water. Now, obviously, the brewery has iced tea. We will have iced tea at TJ's as well. There'll be plenty of things, plenty of places to eat. We hope to have it. We hope it's the biggest one that McGregor's ever had because it's the only one McGregor's ever had. So we'll just build on it. I'd like the council to start forethinking. In December, we're going to try to do something for Christmas and the holidays, maybe a movie night or something. We have a chuck wagon company that's coming to cook hot chocolate over a campfire. So, and it's gonna be free to the public to come to it as well. All the McGregor events will be free to the public, and we're trying to restrict them to only First Fridays, so. Does the council have any questions?
You're stealing my thunder a little bit. Do we have any questions?
No, I just have a question. It's to, if possible, keep people off the fountain, the rock fountain, and swing from the light poles. Those are fragile too, so, I don't know if you can.
Well, if my foot's not big enough, his is,
Okay.
and handcuffs are the deterrent.
All right, anybody else? At this time, I would entertain a motion.
I make a motion we approve the Oktoberfest celebration in the Legacy Park on Friday, October 3rd, 2025.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? That motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council, staff, and I must go back to work, so.
Y'all didn't want to get up and speak?
Hear a speech, I think we're good. We appreciate the council's support.
All right. Thanks for coming out. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to agenda item number 4, discussion possible action regarding approval of ordinance O-13-2025, an ordinance of the city of McGregor, Texas, amending section 58/385, subsection B, article 7 of the Code of Ordinances, setting permitted pH discharge levels into the public wastewater system within the city limits of the city of McGregor.
This is a simple change that's just meant to keep us in compliance with TCEQ, so not much to it, really.
The
It's-
number that we have in our ordinance is one digit higher than the number that they approve nowadays.
The minimum's pH level is 6 and the maximum's 9, so,
Like ours says 6 to 10.
sorry.
Like ours says the maximum is 10.
Yeah.
We just need to bring it in compliance.
All right, does anybody have any questions about that?
I know we changed our, I'll think of it in a second. I believe we went to type 3, is that the right verbiage? I believe so this year. Does this align with those expectations?
I'm sorry.
I believe we went to type 3 this year. I don't know what the municipal term is.
You're talking about wastewater?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't changed yet, but we will be. We are in the process of seeking that permit again, and then, it's close.
And this aligns with it.
Then we're gonna have to spend a whole lot of money rebuilding the sewer, rebuilding and expanding the wastewater plant. That's a meeting to come. Probably in the next 4 or 5 months.
All right. Any further questions of Chad? I will entertain a motion by ordinance number.
I make a motion we approve the ordinance O-13-2025.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
It's crazy.
Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay.
Thank you.
That motion carries. Did you leave your windows down?
I never really.
All right, now we get into the business of the budget. So this is where we need to really make sure that we are putting things into our motions to make the verbiage correct for it to be legal. Item number 5, discussion and possible action regarding the approval of ordinance O-14-2025, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of McGregor, Texas, adopting the budget for fiscal year beginning on October 1st, 2025, and ending on September 30th, 2026, and making appropriations for each department, project, and account for said year in accordance with the city charter of the City of McGregor, Texas, and the laws of the state of Texas, providing a severability clause and providing an effective date. That's a mouthful. And Lee is back here for us tonight.
Yes, and I did want to clarify that the budget is the same as it was yesterday. I don't know if y'all want me to present it again. I'm frankly not prepared because we just talked about it yesterday. But
Lee, I wanted to hear it all over again.
oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
All right, does anybody have any questions with Lee that has come up that were not answered yesterday evening? All right, this will be a roll call vote. I will be moving backwards through the wards, but I would entertain a motion by ordinance number at this time.
Make a motion we approve ordinance 0-14-2025.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, starting with a roll call vote. Ward 6, Mayor. I vote aye, with the exception of the blue bonnet light item, which I abstain. Ward 5,
At large.
at large.
Yeah.
Ward 4,
Aye.
Ward 3,
Aye.
Ward 2, and Ward 1. That motion carries unanimously with one line item abstention. Moving on to agenda item 6, discussion and possible action to ratify property tax increase reflected in the fiscal year 26 budgets. This is another one of those things that we need to make sure that we use the correct verbiage on a motion to make sure that it is completely legal. So I would entertain a motion at this time.
I make a motion to approve to ratify the property tax increase that will raise more total property taxes than last year's budget by $68,319 or 1.49%. And of that amount, $68,311 is tax revenue to be raised from new property added to the tax roll this year.
We have a motion
Second.
and we have a second. Is there any further discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? That motion carries. Item 7, discussion possible action regarding the approval of ordinance O-15-2025, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of McGregor, Texas, approving the 2025 certified tax roll for the City of McGregor, Texas. That ordinance was included in our packets. I would hope that everybody had a chance to look over it. This is what we've been going over essentially the last 2 meetings. Does anybody have any questions about this ordinance? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion by ordinance number.
I'll make a motion we approve ordinance 0-15-2025.
We have a motion.
Do we need to still use that? We still,
No,
oh, that's okay. Sorry.
just a simple second will work.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve ordinance O-15-2025. Is there any other discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? That motion carries. Item number 8, discussion and possible action regarding the approval of ordinance O-16-2025, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of McGregor, Texas, adopting a tax rate, providing for the assessment, levy, and collection of ad valorem taxes for the City of McGregor, Texas, for the year 2025 on all taxable property within the corporate limits of the city as of January 1st, 2025, not exempt by law, providing revenues for the payment of current municipal expenses, providing for the collection of taxes and the enforcement of collections, and providing an effective date. That is quite the mouthful.
Yeah.
Does council have any questions on this? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve O-16-2025.
Second.
Hold on just a moment.
It's to
Mr.
read.
Rocco?
Yes.
I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of a tax rate of O-531392, which is effective a 0.09% increase in the tax rate.
All right, now do we have a second on that motion?
Second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. That motion carries. Item number 9, discussion and possible action regarding approval of resolution R-15-2025, a resolution of the City of McGregor, of the City Council of the City of McGregor, Texas, adopting the investment policy in compliance with the Public Funds Investment Act.
I would remind council that when you speak, be sure to turn on your microphone.
All right, do we have any questions on this resolution?
Is there any major changes to the investment policy?
I apologize. There should be no major changes to the investment policy.
All right, if council doesn't have any more questions, I would entertain a motion by resolution number.
I make a motion to approve resolution R-15-2025.
We have a motion,
Second.
and we have a second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay. Ayes have it, that motion carries. Item number 10, announcements from the city manager.
Really not, except to say that your budget has a little north of $250,000 contingency that's assigned to the city council budget. We have some things that were not funded or were called deferred. Typically, we go at least a quarter into the actual budget performance and see kind of how we're doing, and we may or may not come back to that to see what all of these good people's knows you want to turn into yeses. And that's, if you want to do it differently than that, we sure can. That's just kind of typically how we run it. Other than that, it's been a long week.
Does council have any comments or requests? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and adjourn at 6:54.